All right, today we're diving deep into an economic story that you might not know, but you absolutely should. We're talking about a country that's quietly becoming one of Asia's most exciting investment destinations. Let's get into it.
So, if you're a serious investor, you know the drill, right? You're always on the hunt for that next big thing, that sweet spot of massive growth and untapped potential. But where do you even look when all the usual markets feel, well, a little crowded?
Well, the data is pointing somewhere really interesting. Just look at these numbers. We're talking about an economy that's been growing at an average of over 6% a year for the last decade. And get this, it's got a domestic market of over 170 million people. That's not a forecast, that's what's happening right now.
And yep, we are talking about Bangladesh. It's really time to look past any old headlines you might remember and see the absolute powerhouse economy that's being built. Okay, so what's really fueling this incredible story? Here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big picture. Then we'll pinpoint the hottest sectors to invest in. After that, we'll uncover the country's unique strategic advantages, see how the government is rolling out the red carpet for investors, and finally, map out the very bright future that's taking shape. All right, first things first, let's talk fundamentals. Why are people starting to call Bangladesh a future economic powerhouse? Well, the secret is in its incredible mix of rapid growth and surprising stability. You know, what's so amazing about this is the combination. On one side, you have that headline-grabbing 6.3% average growth. That's fantastic. But on the other side, you've got something way, way rarer, rock-solid resilience. Think about it. Not a single year of recession in decades, even when the rest of the world was facing huge challenges. For an investor, that's the absolute holy grail. High growth, but de-risked.
And the world is definitely starting to pay attention. This number, $1.7 billion, that's the net foreign direct investment that poured into Bangladesh just last year. And it's not a fluke, that's a 19% jump, which shows that global money is getting more and more confident about the country's future.
So, with that strong foundation, the big question is, where are the real opportunities? Let's dive in and break down the top 10 most profitable sectors to look at right now. Okay, first up, we've got the heavy hitters. Of course, there's textiles, the backbone of the economy and the world's #2 exporter. Then you have pharmaceuticals, which is already a giant at home and has huge export potential. The IT sector is just booming, with a massive army of freelancers. And looking forward, both renewable energy and agribusiness are absolutely primed for explosive growth. And the list just keeps going. Leather and footwear experiencing insane growth. Lead engineering is a huge domestic play. The government is also pouring money into infrastructure, which is opening up massive opportunities for partnership. Banking, especially fintech, is a magnet for foreign investment. And finally, tourism. It's a sleeping giant, just waiting to awaken. The sheer diversity of opportunities here is incredible. Now, beyond any one sector, there are these powerful underlying advantages that kind of act like rocket fuel for any investment. These are the strategic tailwinds that can lift your entire venture.
First, you've got the people, a young, huge, and super competitive workforce of over 70 million. That's an engine for production and a massive consumer market all in one. Second, just look at a map. Its location is perfect, a natural bridge between South and Southeast Asia. And third, they are not a one-trick pony. The country is getting serious about diversifying exports into new, high-growth areas like halal products and even shipbuilding.
So, the opportunity is crystal clear. But let's be real. The next question every investor asks is, yeah, but how hard is it to actually get things done there? Let's see what the government has to say about that. And this is their flagship solution, and it's honestly brilliant. Instead of making you run around a maze of bureaucracy, they've built something called the One-Stop Service, or OSS. It's one single website that pulls together 142 different services from 47 government agencies. The whole point is to slash red tape and just get you up and running fast. And look, this quote from the head of BITA, the main government agency for investment, it really says it all. This isn't just talk, it's a whole philosophy. The government is actively trying to be your partner, totally focused on making sure you succeed.
Okay, so with that kind of official support, let's get practical. How do you actually take this incredible opportunity and turn it into a real, profitable business on the ground?
Every new market has its hurdles, but what's impressive here is how Bangladesh is tackling them head-on. Worried about red tape? The one-stop service is the answer. Concerned about infrastructure? They're building mega projects in special economic zones to solve that exact problem. Afraid of complex rules? The country offers some of the friendliest pro-investment policies around, including tax holidays that can last up to 10 years.
But even with all these great tools and incentives, we all know that jumping into a new market takes skill and local insight. So how do you make sure your journey is as smooth as possible?
The answer is expertise. Having a team on the ground that gets the local culture, the regulations, and all the little nuances, that's the absolute key to unlocking the full potential here and avoiding those common rookie mistakes. So let's bring it all home. What does this all mean for the future, and more importantly, for you? Really, it's an open invitation to get in on the ground floor of one of the most exciting growth stories happening anywhere in the world right now.
Look, if there is one single thing to take away from all of this, it's this sentence right here. Bangladesh gives you the massive upside of a frontier market, but it comes with the kind of proven stability you'd expect from a much more mature economy. That combination is incredibly rare and incredibly powerful.
And for anyone who's ready to seriously explore this, you don't have to go it alone. Services like Trade and Investment Bangladesh exist specifically to be that trusted local partner, giving you the expert advice you need to navigate the market and succeed.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. In a world where supply chains are shifting and everyone's looking for the next big hub, could pioneering a new industry or moving your existing one to Bangladesh be the single most strategic decision you make for the next 10 years? All the signs suggest it just might be.